Alright guys, so as always, be sure that you start with a very cleaned surface that you're going to be applying your vinyl to. And then the next step after that, once I know that my surface is fully clean, I'm going ahead and applying some knifeless tape. And you can see that I just did it on the side of the headlight and I'm going across the top. And really, I'm just following the lines of, in this case, the LED strip. Just trying to get a good eyeball placement. It's going to vary depending on your headlight casing, how you do this now. And then I did the other side there to cut out and release and allow the yellow or amber reflector to show, kind of like it shows on the actual Wilderness. And that's just what the knifeless tape line looks like. And so now it's time to apply your vinyl wrap itself. I'm using Vivid's Premium Plus in the Ultra Gloss, actually, piano black. You can see that I have a piece already cut out that's big enough left and right, up and down. Just did a real quick test to make sure that it was going to fit properly. And once I did, I went ahead and peeled off the backing plastic, and you can see now I'm setting everything up and applying part of the vinyl on that high point of the side of the headlight, as you saw me do there. Now I'm basically going to create now two tabs or pieces here. You can see that I'm making a relief cut in the middle, and I now have a top tab and a side tab that I can then independently work, cutting off some of the excess. I'm going to attack the side of the headlight first, as you see me doing. Here I'm using a little bit of heat to warm up the vinyl, and then I'm going to use the triangle technique where I'm just going to glass out or make smooth the vinyl by pulling in a triangular fashion, as you can see the lines that I've drawn there. And I'm trying to flatten out and smooth out that vinyl. I'm not going too hard or heavy on the stretch because I don't want to overstretch the vinyl, but just enough to make it glass-like and smooth. And here I'm creating a relief cut to relieve out the tension line that you kind of see forming on the left side of the vinyl, so that I can finish applying the vinyl down the side of the headlight. And basically this side of this headlight has now been applied. You can see I'm just working the vinyl down to the edge. I'm making sure everything is tucked down nice and tight at the edge, and the side has been applied really well. Make sure that the vinyl is on top of your knifeless tape and applied very well. Next, I'm going to attack the top part, and I'm going to give it a little bit of heat to warm up the vinyl, just enough to soften it to make it a little bit more pliable. And I'm going to give it a good horizontal stretch, as you can see my line there. And the reason for this is because once I stretch it in the left and right direction, when I lay the vinyl down and I add some heat, it will try to suck itself down onto the top side of the vinyl, which you'll see me doing here. In the meantime, I'm just laying the vinyl down a little bit over the top part of the headlight casing, and then now I'm going to add a little bit of heat, and hopefully you'll see it shrink and lay down on top of the headlight casing itself. And that's because I had set up the vinyl in that horizontally stretched orientation. And now basically I made it all the way to the edge where the top of the headlight case meets the edge of my hood, and I'm making sure everything is tucked in nice and tight in preparation for the next step, which will be cutting everything out and then taking off, in this case, the plastic protective cap on Vivid's Ultra Gloss Piano Black. And you can see it's revealing the super glossy finish of Vivid's Ultra Gloss Piano Black. And once I have that done, I'm now ready to go ahead and pull the knifeless tape. You can see I went ahead and started that there on the top and side, front side of the headlight. Pull off the excess vinyl, and then you're going to peel out or pull out the two pieces of knifeless tape carrier, the green tape that the filament was held in. Make sure you get both pieces out of there, and then seal down the edges that were cut with the knifeless tape. I'm just using my wrap glove and pressing everything down so that there are no bubbles or air. Go ahead and do that for the side part of the headlight as well. Same thing, go ahead, pull your knifeless tape, take out the carrier tape pieces, and then make sure you seal down your edges. Next step is to go ahead and trim out your edges, and because I had all of my edges tucked in nice and tight against in this case the hood, I'm just using the top of the hood as my, or excuse me, the back edge of the headlight as my cut guide, and then on the underneath side there I'm using the under edge of my headlight as my cut guide, with the side of my blade, the flat non-cutting side of my blade, pressed up against the edges of the headlight as my cut guide. Once I have that done, I'm adding just a little bit of heat to soften the vinyl, make sure nothing's popping up, and then tucking everything in nice and tightly with my wrap glove there. Took care of the bottom edge there. Now I'm taking care of the top, making sure everything is good. Use heat to see, make sure nothing is bubbled up that you might have missed or popping back. And guys, for all intents and purposes, this black accent using Vivid's Ultra Gloss Piano Black is now done. This is just one way that you can try to make your headlights for the Outback look more like the Wilderness. Maybe just give it a little bit more subtle but slightly aggressive low-key styling. You can see the before where it was just all clear, and then adding the black accent, to my opinion, looks really nice. And alright guys, so hopefully you found this video to be helpful, fun, informative in some way, shape, or form. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the bell notification button so you get the notices whenever I post new content to the channel. Thanks again for all your support, guys, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.